Joining us now from Senate Foreign Relations, Senator Bill Hagerty. Senator, it's so great to see you again, sir. Okay.
Likewise, Liz.
So why did Democrat senators led by Chuck Schumer block your amendment to force the U.S. Census Bureau to stop counting U.S. illegal immigrants in the census? I mean, won't this change House districting and electoral college votes?
It certainly does, Liz. And the Senate's led by the Senate Democrats led by Chuck Schumer hated this vote. And it got down to the 11th hour on Friday night, just before the government shutdown. Finally, they conceded to allow us to vote on this. And what we found was something that I think we all know is true. The Democrats are pursuing this illegal migration process for power, for sheer power. The end game for them is just what you described, Liz. If you can get these illegal migrants into the country, if you can get them to blue states, then you're disproportionately affecting the voting power of those blue states, because illegal migrants are counted for the purposes of allocating congressional seats and for allocating electoral votes. My legislation would have stopped that and said you can only count citizens for the purposes of allocating congressional power and presidential power when you get to electoral votes. Certainly the Constitution is clear when it says only citizens may vote. The Democrats push back and say, oh, these illegal people coming here can't vote. That may be true right now, but they certainly are counted for the purposes of allocating congressional districts and electoral votes. And they proved on Friday night that that is the motive behind the crime at our border.
Well, you know, it doesn't seem fair to the U.S. taxpayer and U.S. citizens who pay taxes, right? I mean, they should be represented. It's representation without taxation. I mean, did Senator Chuck Schumer threaten to shut the government down over this?
We went all the way to the wire, and I said, look, we'll see what happens here, but it will be up on you and it'll be on you if you shut it down. At the end, he decided to allow us to vote. I'm glad that he did, because it proved to the American public one thing. We see these people fleeing blue states like New York, like Illinois, like California. We know where the sanctuary cities have been erected: New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco. These sanctuary cities act as magnets, and they're being used to attract these illegal migrants. Think about this, Liz. 10 million illegal migrants since Joe Biden has taken office. That's 13 congressional seats right there, and 13 additional electoral votes. This is something that has been obvious to me for some time. The Democrats proved it on Friday night when every one of them voted against limiting the number of congressional seats and electoral votes to only being represented by those who are allowed to vote, that is, U.S. citizens. Instead of allowing just U.S. citizens to be counted, they want to allow illegal migrants to be counted to allocate this congressional power and electoral power.
I mean, I think President Biden, one of the first things he did in 2021 when he took office was to say, yes, U.S. Census, you've got to count illegal immigrants. I mean, we hear what you're saying. I mean, there's something like an estimated 17 million to 22 million illegal immigrants living in the U.S., if you believe Yale University. If every House seat, I think it represents about maybe 760,000 citizens on average. So, you know, what you're saying is the number, the total number.
30 seats.
Yeah, it's been 25 to 30 seats. I mean, and it also matters for U.S. government spending on these districts, too. I mean, you looked at Jimmy Carter, and you talked about it, too, former Secretary of State James Baker. They looked into the problem of, you know, no voter IDs. They thought that was a problem. We're going even beyond that by letting what's happening and what you're pointing out go on in D.C.
Yeah, it's tragic that it's happening. It's diluting votes in states like mine in Tennessee, where we don't have that many illegal migrants. What it's doing is it's diluting us in favor of California, Illinois, and New York. That's inherently unfair. It's un-American. It should be, not allowed. Yet every Democrat voted for it to remain as the policy and to allow it.
All right, Senator Hagerty, thanks for bringing us a story. We'll stay on it, okay?
Thank you, Liz.
We're going to stay on the news here.
Again.
It's good to see you.